Hi everyone, it's Nicole. Welcome to a Cherry on Top YouTube Hop for April. This month's a fun one. We're going to be playing with lots of shapes, and I thought I would just give a try with art journaling. I've been really wanting to try it out for some time now, and I thought now is a good time to do it. It'll give me some time to play with all the different shapes and have fun. To begin, I'm using the 3x3, maybe even 4x4 art journal by Art by Marlene, and I am playing with all products from Art Marlene by Marlene, sorry. And I am going to make this as simple as possible, and I'm going to show you how simple mixed media art journaling can be. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the acrylic markers to just slap down the color, and you don't have to prep these pages. They're perfect for mixed media, and I love the markers because they are opaque. Like, the colors are so vibrant and you do not see the background, the white paper coming through at all. So I'm just going to add a variety of color here and there. There's no wrong way of doing this. I'm just simply coloring in all the white to add color for a fun background. And I am trying to make sure it dries. These markers dry really fast because I don't want the colors to mesh together. So just give it a couple minutes before starting the next color, just to make sure everything is dry. Alright, and then I'm going to use this background stamp. It's super fun, and I want to create a fun background with the color popping through. I'm going to use the black ink, and I'm going to dab it all over the acrylic stamp, and just make sure you get that ink on there really well. And then I'm going to place it right on the journal page, and then smooth down the stamp so that everything comes out even, and then peel it off, and look at that. That's kind of cool. I like that. And then I was going to make some shapes with this stencil, but the stencil was kind of big for what I needed, and I didn't want to cover up too much of the stamped background, so I'm going to just use some triangles to add at the bottom there. And I'm going to use the black acrylic marker to create the triangles. And I'm just holding down the stencil so it doesn't slip. And then I'm just going to color in the triangles one by one at the bottom there. And then I'm going to actually add some little shapes in there by hand, little twirls just for fun, and some dots. And just a little something at the bottom. I love triangles, so I just wanted to add some on there. And now these party animals are super fun. I already knew I wanted to use a raccoon, and it's kind of a joke in the house because my husband feeds them every night, and he laughed and said, "I have real pictures if you want them." I'm like, "No thanks," as I was creating this. So I'm going to glue down the raccoon. He's super fun, and I love the background with the raccoon. It's perfect. And then I'm just going to look through my sticker book here to find a quote to use, and I'm going to reach for the stars on there. And then I am going to add some stars on here. These are rubber stamps by Art by Marlene, and I'll be including a link for all the products that I use too, so that you can check them out. And then I'm going to stamp these stars in black ink. Just be very careful so that you don't make a mess out of yourself. And then just press it directly onto the page. And just be careful not to shift that stamp. Just press down and up. Down and up. And that's really it. I mean, it was super quick, And then I'm gonna I figured I'm gonna go ahead and outline the edges using the marker, the acrylic marker, just to add a little bit of color around the edges. And I like how that looks too. And then if you wanted to, you could just ink around this, reach for the stars with a black marker, but I didn't do that. And then I'm going to add a few more little things on here because, as you know, I don't know when to stop when it comes to embellishments. I'm going to glue this little heart, and then I wasn't sure if I want to use just the red heart or the blue, but I kind of like the blue too, so I'm kind of moving it around to see if I want to add it as well on there, but I'm going to just go ahead and figure out what I'm going to do to wrap this up. And I like the border, and I thought it would be fun to kind of break up everything. The circles are fun, so I'm just going to glue this down real quick. And I'm using Beacon adhesive glue. I really like their glue. And I'm going to stick that down here. Alright, and then I'm going to glue this border down. And I'm going to keep the color lined up. The blue, the yellow, and bring the pink down. Alright, and I'm going to glue this down, and then I'm just going to trim off the excess. So I'm just going to be very careful and line that up the way I wanted it. And the good thing about glue is you can move it around. You have some time before it sets. Alright, so I'm going to just press down a little bit, and I'm going to carefully, because it's still wet and it hasn't dried yet, cut the ends off. Like so. Alright, and there's that. So fun. So fun. There it is. I really like the stamped background on that. And then I thought I'd go ahead and create another one, because really this is so fun. Can't wait to play in this thing. And I love the little mouse with the book, so we're going to go ahead and use that. And then I'm just pulling a couple of different shapes that I think I might use. I'm going to use some flowers, some scallop borders, the mouse with the book, and then I'm just flipping through this book just to pull anything out that I think I might want to use, because I really don't have a plan and I'm just playing. But there are so many fun designs in this book. Super, super fun. And I love that the images, you don't have to cut them out. They pop right out of the book. So look at all these fun designs and shapes. Just fun. And this is just to give you an idea of how much is in this book. Lots of flowers and butterflies and little houses, creatures and little people. These are little pop-up things that you can glue in there to create pockets, to tuck embellishments in there. We're going to use that. And then you have paper, so you can use paper as well. And this just saves you so much time. You don't have to really do anything besides tear this paper and glue it in the art journal. So let me show you how easy this is going to be. So I'm just going to see what parts I want to use. And I do like the red dots. So we're going to use this. And we're going to just tear it. And we're going to use this as a bookend for the corner. And that's pretty much what I'm going to do there. And now I'm going to slap some color down. similar to what we did on the first spread. And I'm just picking colors that I think I might want to use. And I have all the colors, so it gives me a lot of options here. And I think I'm going to pull some of the teal, and I'm going to add a little bit of light aqua on here. And I'm just putting down the color. And there's no wrong way of doing this. Just put down your colors that you want to use. Super, super fun. And I like that these markers are dual. So they have a lighter and a darker color of the same color family. And then I'm just going to add a little bit more of the darker aqua. And next I'm thinking I'm going to pull in the red from the polka dots. I'm going to add some red in there. And look how pretty that color is. I mean, it's super, super bold and pretty. I just love it. So just putting down the red along the right side of the spread. And then I'm kind of anal. I don't like the white showing, but it's kind of hard to get them when they're in the coil. So I just had to let it go. Alright, so now I'm going to glue the paper down. And put that down there. Press down, make sure there's no air bubbles, and it's completely flat. And then I do like the little script words, so I'm going to ink that down in black, being careful not to get my fingers dirty. Pressing directly down and up to prevent any smears. And I'm not worried about how it really looks because it's just a lot of it's going to get covered up, but I wanted some of it to come, pop through. And then I like the scribbles, so I'm going to add some scribble down. Look at that, it's so fun. Just applying layer after layer, adding stamps just to make this pop. And then I'm just going to color in some of the paper from the first page seeped through, so I'm going to color that. And then I'm going to add some red along the edges. I like how that looks. I like that. Alright, so then this heart I'm going to glue down, and it kind of will pop, it pops up slightly. So if you wanted to tuck in some embellishments in there, you could do that. I'm not going to do it with this one. I'm just going to leave it popped up. Super fun. And now I'm going to add some, these are so fun, the scallop borders. I'm going to add that down here, gluing it down there. Alright. And press down. And then I'm going to figure out where I'm going to put this mouse. But I think I'm going to add some more embellishments behind it. So I'm just moving things around because I'm not really sure where I'm going to put them. And then I'm flipping through. I think I want some green. So I'm going to pull some leaves out. And glue those at the top. So, like so. And then part of the flower's hanging off, but that's okay. It can be cut down, but I'm going to wait until it's completely dry. And it doesn't take too long. So the flowers are down. I'm going to add another scallop at the bottom just to overlap the other one. I just love color and shapes. It's just fun. I'm just totally having fun with this. I'm going to glue down the mouse. Okay. And then I'm going to glue down some flowers. I wanted to add the blue from, just to make the mouse pop up a little bit. Adding some blue in there, some more green. and sliding that right in there because it hasn't completely dried, so I'm able to do that. And then I like the border. This is a scrap from the first page. I'm going to tuck that at the top there. It's fun. More shapes. And then trying to figure out where I'm going to put the heart. I'm just going to glue it at the top there. And put it there. And now I'm looking for something, some kind of statement to add one here. So I'm flipping through and just trying to figure out what I want to use. I need something kind of small because I'm working on a small space. And I kind of I like this one, but I don't like the white. So I'm going to pop that back in there. And then I saw that there's pink. And I like the pink. So I think I'm going to just cut this down. And I'm just going to use the inspire part, I think. Because it's kind of long. And I really didn't want to take up too much space. And I'm going to gently pull that off. And trim it down. And then, let's see. I'm just going to glue it down. Just so I can make sure it doesn't fall off the page. Because it's sticky, but not too sticky. And now I'm looking for something else to add in here. Let's see. So many fun things. I like the star. And I felt like I needed to add another color to kind of lighten it up a little bit. So the yellow kind of helps with that. So I'm going to put that down here. And I'm going to cut this off here. And careful, just cut that down all around the edges there. And there it is. All done. And here's the other page I did. I didn't show a video, but just the same techniques. And I just had so much fun with these. I hope I inspired you to try something different. Give art journaling a try. Super fun. Thanks so much for visiting, and make sure you check everybody else's projects out today. Take care.